like sharp minds, brewed hot sherbra. No sugar, no filter. Sip, think, repeat, repeat.
Welcome to our deep dive today into the world of Ai Yazawa's Nana. It's going to be, I think, a really fun one to kind of unpack.
Yeah.
The themes and the characters and the cultural impact of this, this masterpiece.
Yeah.
It was a shôjo manga series that ran from 2000 to 2009 and still resonates so deeply with fans, even today.
Yeah.
So get ready for, I think, a roller coaster of emotions as we explore, toxic relationships and codependency and the pressures on women in Japan and the bittersweet sting of regret.
It's fascinating to me how Nana, even though it's incomplete,
Right.
continues to draw in fans.
Yeah.
New fans, too.
Right.
I think there's something about the rawness, the honesty, and just like the way Yazawa captures the complexities of adulthood, that just stays with you.
Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit.
Yeah.
One of the things that really struck me was how Tokyo, especially the Shibuya district, isn't just a setting in Nana.
Yeah.
It feels like a character itself, shaping the dreams and anxieties of everyone who gets caught in its orbit.
Yazawa does this really clever thing where she contrasts that glamorous and bohemian image of Tokyo with the harsh reality of, expensive living and fierce competition and the constant threat of failure.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the city is both a promise and a warning at the same time.
I've definitely felt that pull of a big city.
Yeah.
That allure of excitement and opportunity, but also that undercurrent of pressure.
Right.
Like you're constantly striving.
Yeah.
Constantly comparing yourself to others.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what Yazawa was trying to capture here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tokyo, especially, in the early 2000s when this was coming out,
Right.
represented this melting pot of dreams and ambition. And for, young people like Nana Osaki and Nana Komatsu, nicknamed Hachi, it becomes the backdrop for their journey of self-discovery, both the triumphs and the heartbreaks.
Now, speaking of the two Nanas, their contrasting personalities and their intertwined journeys are just at the heart of this manga.
Yeah.
We have Nana Osaki, the punk rocker with a voice that could shatter glass.
Yeah.
And Hachi, the hopeless romantic searching for love and stability.
Yeah.
These seem like polar opposites.
Right.
And yet they form this incredibly intense bond.
What's interesting is how their relationship, while deeply loving, also reveals those complexities of codependency.
Yeah.
They lean on each other for support, for validation,
Right.
and sometimes to their detriment for a sense of identity.
That makes me think about Hachi's relationship with Takumi.
Oh, yeah.
It's clearly toxic, but I can't help but feel for her.
Yeah.
Her desperation for love, even when it's so unhealthy, is just heartbreaking.
Hachi's vulnerability and need to be loved make her susceptible to manipulation,
Right.
particularly from someone like Takumi who thrives on control. Her journey is a cautionary tale about the dangers of mistaking security for love and sacrificing your own identity for someone else.
Do you think Yazawa is trying to say something here about the pressures on women in Japanese society, or even in a broader sense? Like, is Hachi's story a reflection of how women are often conditioned to seek validation through romantic relationships?
It's definitely a theme that runs throughout Nana.
Okay.
We see how societal expectations, particularly around marriage and motherhood, influence Hachi's choices and ultimately lead her down a path that may not bring her true happiness.
And it's interesting to contrast that with Nana Osaki's journey.
Right.
She's fiercely independent, rejecting those traditional expectations.
Totally.
But she also faces loneliness and judgment as a result.
Nana Osaki's path is a rebellion against societal norms.
Yeah.
She prioritizes her music career and her personal freedom over settling down.
Yeah.
But it comes at a price.
Right.
Her story highlights the double standards women face, the pressure to conform, and the challenges of carving your own path.
It seems like Yazawa is saying there is no easy path. Whether you embrace traditional roles or rebel against them, there are going to be challenges and sacrifices.
Totally.
And sometimes finding your own identity means navigating those complexities and figuring out what truly matters to you.
And that's where the power of Nana lies.
Yeah.
It doesn't offer easy answers or fairy tale endings.
Right.
It presents these raw, honest portrayals of women struggling to find their place in the world.
Right.
Battling societal expectations and grappling with their own desires and insecurities.
It's the Yazawa is holding up a mirror to the complexities of womanhood.
Right.
forcing us to confront the compromises and the heartbreaks and the moments of triumph that come with navigating life on your own terms.
Exactly. And she does it with such compassion and insight that it's impossible not to feel deeply connected to these characters, even if their choices sometimes frustrate us.
It's like we're right there with them.
Yeah.
In their tiny Tokyo apartments.
Totally.
Sharing ramen and cigarettes. Cheering them on as they chase their dreams and wincing as they make those inevitable mistakes that come with being young and figuring things out.
And it's those mistakes, those messy moments that make Nana feel so authentic and relatable.
Absolutely. We see these characters fall in love.
Yeah.
Get their hearts broken, make questionable decisions, and pick themselves up and try again.
Right.
They're flawed, they're vulnerable, and that's what makes them so human.
And it's that humanity that makes Nana such a powerful and enduring story, even all these years later.
Speaking of powerful, we have to talk about the love affairs in Nana.
Oh, yeah.
Ai Yazawa doesn't shy away from portraying the messy, often destructive realities of romance.
Absolutely.
She shatters the fairy tale ideal and shows us love in all its complicated, heartbreaking glory.
It's refreshing, isn't it?
Totally.
To see love portrayed in such a raw and honest way.
Yes.
Without sugarcoating the challenges and the potential for heartbreak.
Totally. It's like she's saying, hey, love is messy. It's unpredictable, and it doesn't always work out the way you want it to. But that doesn't mean it's not worth fighting for, or at least worth experiencing.
Exactly. And each of the relationships in Nana explores a different facet of love and its complexities. Take Nana and Ren, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Their connection is electric, passionate, but also incredibly destructive.
It's like they're drawn to each other.
Right.
But their own insecurities and their past traumas keep sabotaging the relationship.
Yeah.
And then Ren's drug addiction adds another layer of heartbreak to their story.
It's a tragic example of how love, even when it feels genuine, can be toxic when it's fueled by neediness and a lack of self-awareness.
And then there's Hachi and Takumi.
Oh, boy.
Where do we even begin with that train wreck?
Their relationship is a classic example of how someone's desire to be loved can blind them to red flags and lead them into a situation that's ultimately harmful.
It's frustrating, because we see glimpses of Shihachi's strength and independence, but then she keeps getting sucked back into Takumi's web of manipulation and control.
Right.
It's like she's so afraid of being alone that she settles for a relationship that offers security at the expense of her own happiness and identity.
Hachi's journey is a reminder that sometimes the hardest thing to do is walk away from a relationship, even when you know it's not good for you.
And then there's Nobu.
Oh, Nobu.
He's like the one that got away, both for Hachi and for us as readers.
Right.
He represents the possibility of a healthy, supportive love.
Yeah.
But timing and circumstances just seem to conspire against him.
Nobu's story is a bittersweet reminder that sometimes the right person comes along at the wrong time. That sometimes, even when two people care deeply for each other, love isn't always enough to overcome the obstacles life throws their way.
It makes you wonder, what if Hachi had chosen Nobu?
Right.
Would she have found the happiness and stability that she so desperately craved?
It's one of the many unanswered questions that linger long after you finish reading Nana. And I think that's part of the brilliance of the story.
Yeah.
It doesn't offer neat resolutions or tidy endings.
Right.
It leaves you with a sense of longing of what might have been.
Yeah.
And forces you to confront the complexities of love and the bittersweet nature of life.
It's like Yazawa saying, hey, life is messy, love is messy, and sometimes there are no easy answers, but that's okay.
Right.
It's the journey, the struggles, and the unexpected twists and turns that make it all worthwhile.
And in that journey, in those moments of heartache and uncertainty, we discover who we truly are and what we're capable of.
I love that. It's like Nana is giving us permission to embrace the messiness.
Yeah.
To acknowledge the pain. And to keep searching for connection and meaning, even when it feels like the world is conspiring against us.
Exactly. And it's through that search, through those moments of vulnerability and resilience, that we ultimately find our own version of happiness, even if it's not the one we initially imagine.
One thing that always strikes me about Nana is how the music isn't just background noise.
Right.
It's so woven into the story, expressing the characters' emotions, their dreams, and even foreshadowing events.
It acts as a kind of emotional barometer.
Yeah.
Reflecting the highs and lows of their journey.
Right.
It's almost like each band represents a different path.
Right.
A different way of navigating the world.
You got Blast, Nanosaki's band,
Yeah.
which embodies that raw punk energy, that rebellion against the mainstream.
Right.
Their songs like Rose and Kuroi Namida.
Yeah.
They're full of angst and yearning and reflecting Nana's inner turmoil and her fierce determination.
Right.
It's music that makes you want to scream along and break something.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
And then you have Trap Nest,
Right.
which represents the allure of commercial success.
Yeah.
The polished sound that appeals to a wider audience.
Right.
Their music, with songs like A Little Pain, explores the complexities of fame, the pressure to maintain an image, and the inner struggles that can come with achieving your dreams.
It's interesting how the two bands and their music reflect the paths of the two Nanas.
Yeah.
One striving for authenticity and creative freedom,
Right.
the other caught in a cycle of seeking validation and stability.
And that contrast is reflected in their respective lead singers as well.
Yeah.
Nanosaki with her raw talent and uncompromising spirit,
Mm.
versus Lila, who is incredibly gifted, but also struggling with the demands of fame and her own personal demons.
It's almost like Yazawa is saying that there's no one right way to achieve your dreams, but there's always a price to pay.
Right.
Whether you choose the path of rebellion or the path of conformity, you're going to face challenges and make sacrifices.
And that's one of the things that makes Nana so relatable even today.
Right.
It acknowledges that success isn't always what it's cracked up to be. And that achieving your goals doesn't automatically guarantee happiness.
Right.
In fact, it often comes with a whole new set of complexities and anxieties.
Totally.
Like with Ren,
Yeah.
he achieves his dream of becoming a famous musician with Trap Nest.
Right.
But he also falls deeper into drug addiction and seems lost in his own success.
Yeah.
It's like he traded one cage for another.
Ren's journey highlights the danger of seeking validation through external achievements. He's surrounded by fans and adulation, but inside he's deeply lonely and struggling to cope with the pressures of fame.
It makes you think about the sacrifices people make for their dreams and whether it's always worth it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is there a price you'd be willing to pay to achieve your ultimate goal?
It's a question we all have to grapple with at some point in our lives.
Right.
Nana doesn't offer easy answers, but it does encourage us to examine our own definitions of success.
Right.
And to consider the potential costs before we blindly chase after something that might not ultimately fulfill us.
And it's not just about the individual struggle, right?
Right.
Nana also tackles some pretty heavy societal issues, particularly the pressures on women in Japan.
Yeah.
It's like Yazawa is peeling back the layers of societal expectations.
Right.
And revealing the complexities of navigating life as a woman in a culture that often prioritizes conformity and traditional roles.
Hachi's journey in particular exposes those pressures.
Yeah.
Her desire for marriage and motherhood is presented not as a personal choice,
Right.
but as a deeply ingrained societal expectation.
Oh, yeah.
She's constantly seeking validation through romantic relationships,
Right.
even when they're clearly toxic, because that's what she's been conditioned to believe will bring her happiness.
It's heartbreaking to watch her make choices that seem to go against her own best interests.
Right.
But it's also a reflection of the real struggles so many women face even today. The pressure to find a husband, settle down, and have children is still very real. And it can be incredibly difficult to break free from those expectations, especially in a culture that emphasizes harmony and obedience.
And it's not just about marriage and motherhood, right?
Yeah.
Nana also touches on the challenges women face in the workplace, the double standards they encounter, and the constant pressure to balance their personal aspirations with societal expectations.
Junko, Hachi's level-headed friend,
Right.
represents a more modern outlook.
Yeah.
A woman who's pursuing both a career and a fulfilling relationship on her own terms.
Right.
She's a reminder that it is possible to break free from those rigid societal norms.
Yeah.
But it takes courage and a willingness to challenge the status quo.
And then there's Nana Osaki,
Right.
who represents a complete rejection of those expectations.
Right.
She prioritizes her music career above everything else.
Right.
And while she faces loneliness and judgment as a result, she also refuses to compromise her dreams or her identity for anyone.
Yazawa is showing us that there's no one right way to be a woman.
Yeah.
Whether you choose to embrace traditional roles for your own path or find some kind of balance in between, the most important thing is to be true to yourself and your own values.
And that's a powerful message, especially for young women who are still figuring out who they are and what they want out of life.
Nana doesn't sugarcoat the challenges or offer easy answers.
Right.
It simply presents these raw, honest portrayals of women navigating life's complexities.
Yeah.
Making mistakes, learning, and ultimately finding their own version of happiness.
And it's that honesty, that willingness to explore the messy realities of life that makes Nana so compelling and enduring.
One of the things I find so fascinating about Nana is how Yazawa plays with time, using flashbacks and flash forwards to create this sense of longing and regret.
Yeah.
This feeling that the characters are haunted by the choices they made and the paths they didn't take. It's like they're constantly looking back, wondering what if, and carrying the weight of their past with them.
It's almost like the characters are trapped in this web of interconnected memories, each decision rippling outward and affecting not just their own lives, but the lives of everyone around them.
Right.
And that sense of interconnectedness of how our choices impact others is a theme that runs throughout the story.
Hachi, for example, is constantly questioning her decisions,
Right.
wondering if things would have been different if she hadn't left Nana Osaki behind in their hometown.
Yeah.
Or if she had chosen Nobu instead of Takumi.
Yeah.
It's like she's carrying the weight of those choices and the potential consequences on her shoulders.
And Nana Osaki, despite her tough exterior, is also plagued by regret and self-blame.
Right.
She carries the guilt of her past with her believing that she brings misfortune to those she loves.
Right.
That sense of fatalism, that feeling of being trapped by your own destiny, is a powerful undercurrent in the story.
And then there's the unresolved ending, which just amplifies that feeling of longing and uncertainty.
Yeah.
We're left with so many unanswered questions, wondering what happened to the characters, if they ever found peace, if they ever reconnected. It's almost unbearable. But it also forces us to confront the fact that life doesn't always offer neat resolutions or happy endings.
The unfinished nature of Nana is almost a metaphor for life itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's messy, it's unpredictable, and it often leaves us with more questions than answers.
And yet, even in its incompleteness, Nana manages to convey a powerful message.
Right.
About the importance of connection, of cherishing the moments we have, and of finding meaning in the midst of chaos and uncertainty.
It's a story that stays with you long after you finish reading it,
Right.
prompting you to reflect on your own choices, your own relationships, and your own search for happiness and fulfillment.
Speaking of staying with you, Nana is known for its incredible fashion.
Oh, yeah.
It's practically a character itself,
Totally.
reflecting the personalities and inner lives of the characters.
Right.
Ai Yazawa's background in fashion design really shines through here.
The fashion choices are so deliberate, so symbolic.
Right.
They tell us so much about who these characters are and what they're striving for. Yeah.
You've got Nana Osaki's punk rock style.
Right.
With her ripped jeans, Vivienne Westwood accessories, and that iconic choker necklace.
Right.
It's a statement of rebellion, of individuality, of refusing to conform to societal expectations.
Yeah, it's a look that says, I'm not afraid to be different. You know, to stand out, to challenge the status quo.
Right.
And it's a look that has resonated with fans for years.
Yeah.
Inspiring countless people to embrace their own unique style and express themselves through fashion.
And then you have Hachi, whose style evolves throughout the series, reflecting her own journey of self-discovery. She starts out with a more girly romantic look. But as she experiences those complexities of love and adulthood, her style becomes more sophisticated and subdued.
It's like her clothing is a reflection of her emotional state.
Right.
Her growing awareness of the world and her place in it.
Exactly. And the fashion choices in Nana go beyond just personal expression.
Right.
They also reflect that cultural landscape of Japan in the early 2000s.
Right.
Capturing the trends and the subcultures and the overall aesthetic of that era.
Yeah, it's like Yazawa created a time capsule of fashion, music, and social dynamics, preserving a moment in time that continues to fascinate and inspire us even today.
And that's one of the reasons why Nana has had such a lasting impact, even though it remains unfinished.
Yeah.
It's a story that speaks to those universal themes of love and loss and ambition and the challenges of navigating adulthood.
But it's more than just the themes, right?
Yes.
It's the way Yazawa tells the story.
Yeah.
It's the way she creates these complex characters that feel so real, so flawed, so human.
Right. You can't help but get invested in their lives, even when they make decisions that make you want to scream at them.
Exactly. It's that combination of relatable characters and raw emotion and stylish aesthetic that has made Nana a cultural phenomenon.
And the unfinished ending,
Right.
as frustrating as it is, has only added to the mystique of the story.
Right.
Fans have been theorizing for years about what might have happened to the characters,
Yeah.
creating their own headcanons and keeping the spirit of Nana alive.
It's almost like the story has taken on a life of its own.
Yeah.
Fueled by the imaginations and interpretations of its devoted fans.
It makes you wonder if sometimes an unfinished story can be even more powerful than a neatly tied up one.
Right.
It leaves space for the reader to fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
To imagine their own ending. To keep the story alive in their own way.
That's a fascinating thought.
Yeah.
It's like Yazawa gave us a glimpse into this world and then invited us to continue the story in our own minds.
And that's a testament to the power of her storytelling.
Yeah.
Her ability to create characters and relationships that resonate so deeply that they transcend the page and become a part of our own personal narratives.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of Nana, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, what resonated most with you about this story? For me, it's the reminder that life is messy.
Yeah.
Unpredictable and often unfair.
Right.
But even in the midst of heartbreak and uncertainty, there's beauty to be found in the connections we make, the dreams we chase.
Yeah.
And those moments of joy and sorrow that shape who we are.
Beautifully said. And I think Nana also teaches us the importance of self-acceptance.
Yeah.
Of embracing our flaws and vulnerabilities and of finding the courage to pursue our own paths.
Right.
Even when they lead us in unexpected directions.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Nana.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed the journey. And who knows, maybe one day Ai Yazawa will return to finish the story.
I hope so.
But until then, we'll keep rewatching, reminiscing.
Yeah.
Finding solace and inspiration in the enduring power of these characters and their unfinished journey.
Cappuccino, white crock, mines, brewed hot, served raw. No sugar, no filter. Sip, think, repeat, repeat, repeat.